Hello friends, welcome to a couple of Rolodex cards or Memorydex cards. I'm using the Heidi Swap dies here and I have the Heidi Swap Memorydex punch. So I'm going to be creating a couple cards for that Farmhouse DIY Dollar Store Memorydex dupe that I created last week. And I will link that in the description box below. I'm using the crepe paper Maggie Holmes Heritage collection, and I'm just using this cut apart tag section. And I want to create a layered area here with the tag and some twine. And the great thing about having a Memorydex or a Memorydex dupe box that's about 6 inches in depth or length is that you can pretty much bulk up all of your Memorydex cards. You could use a lot of foam. That's what I'm going to be doing today. So right now I'm just trying out different pieces of the vellum and the die cuts from the Heritage collection, and I want to really layer this up and get a lot of texture and dimension. I love the die cuts in this, and I also love the die cuts because they're sized down. So these are not huge die cuts. They work with the 4-inch wide card. And in order for this tag not to stick up so high off of the top of this Memorydex card, I just folded down the bottom. And I'm deciding which of the pieces. I have the 2 vellum pieces, the branches and the 2 florals. And I'm going to use this black and white baker's twine from American Crafts and just tie it around the bottom of that tag to kind of look like it's holding that postage stamp. And then I like the elements that are repeated here in the black and white colors. So I have the black of the branch and the black stems on the florals, and the Love This Life on the front of the tag is also in black, and the black and white twine I think goes really well with the blush color. So I had to go off camera there, and I'm deciding which of these postage stamp little die cuts. They are perforated, so you can bend them and tear them apart if you just want to use one or if you want to use all 3. I'm getting this Tombow foam, and this is acid free. And I like this because it's a little bit more dimensional. It's a little thicker depth on the foam. And so I'm going to use this to adhere the tag, and I'm leaving space for that baker's twine. I'm just going to use the foam on that portion that I folded up from the bottom, and then also on the top, so that I can create a space there to add the baker's twine in between. I want to add the baker's twine to the top of the tag as well. And I just cut past that knotted portion that was there. I like that will give it lots of tactile dimension and some texture, like I said. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to adhere this. So I want the vellum to be stood up off the background. So I'm using my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher to attach it to the tag. That way it won't lay flat against the background. And that foam, like I said, has quite a bit of depth, so that will give some interest there. I'm going to cut off this portion of the branches just so I can save it when I go saving on that, because I do have two packages of these die cuts, but still I don't want to waste it if it's going to be behind the tag there. So I'm adding the Tiny Attacher staples on the left as well. So I have 2 on the right and 2 on the left, which kind of adds like an odd number because you have the Love This Life in the middle on the little circular banner. Just going to remove the liner on the foam tape here and see that I changed my mind and added it to the far left there. I know before on camera I had it scooted over. So there's the finished blush card with the stripes, and you can see the other one that I completed off camera. Now I'm going to bring in the chipboard. I really love this Heritage chipboard. It's so beautiful. And so I'm going to use the one that says Count Your Blessings, and I already have die cut off camera. I die cut this mustard colored background paper from the Heritage collection. This is a washi tape from Crepe Paper. It's from a previous collection, the Journal Studio collection. Now I'm flipping through the 6x8 paper pad to see if I can find something to punch out. When I go back through the die cuts, I really like this die cut. It's the perfect size, for a Memorydex card. So I'm just trying to decide how I want these elements to rest on this card. And you can always use the back of the card for your journaling. Like say this front, you could use photos and embellishments on the front, and then on the back you can have scripture, quotes, anything thankful. You could do your thankful 30s. So this would work for any of those kinds of projects that you're completing for the month of November. And you can just personalize it to your taste. If you like to do the scripture, if you're doing a Bible study, if you want to do just quotes, if you want to do thankfulness and gratitude, then this would be a great place to do that, because the cards are really easy to create and they don't take that long. So here you can see I use that Fisker's leaf punch to punch out some little branches to kind of go behind the acorn and kind of soften that area. So I know you guys have heard that saying, from mighty oaks do little acorns grow? From little acorns do mighty oaks grow? Something like that. So I'm going to use the washi and trying to decide if I want it behind those chipboard pieces. Where do I want the washi? I like that the washi has that floral, because I like a floral with a strong geometric design. So I'm trying to decide whether to add that washi behind all those chipboard pieces or add it over here to the left. I do like that there's the mustard flowers on the washi tape. So I was thinking that I would also let you guys know that if you plan on stitching through, you can always add layers and stitch through the top portion and not stitch through the entire Memorydex card. But I do plan on covering the back of that Memorydex. You saw me flip that over, and I'm thinking about, okay, if I stitch through this washi, it's going to show on the back, and that's okay, because I plan to do some journaling or scripture writing or gratitude documented on the back of this, and you can always do that on a separate paper and just attach the paper over the back of this Memorydex. So I've gone off camera here just a little bit. I'm trying to search for that. That's a little date calendar. It's a mini calendar, which would be perfect. I got it at Impress Rubber Stamps near Seattle on my Scrap Gals retreat this past year with my friend Mickey. So I wanted to keep that out because I kind of want to think about adding that. And then I have that Marvy Yukita pick tool, and I'm going to pull the things off the Memorydex and start adhering things permanently now, because I kind of have decided, okay, I just need to commit and go for it here. So I'm going to start adhering things down. Let me know if you guys want to see more, what kind of projects you would like to see more of. I'm rumpling up the corners of this photo so that it looks like a actual antique photo that's maybe been kept in a box and the corners are bent and stuff like that. I love that. It's kind of like grandma's box of antique photos there. So I'm really bending up those corners to give some more dimension. And like I said, I won't do it on camera, and I don't believe I captured it in the photos, but I plan on stitching through that washi tape. So I'm using the Express Glue by Sticky Thumb and American Crafts to adhere those branches. And I want those branches to be stuck down really well with that Express Glue, and then I'm going to add the chipboard acorn over that. So now it's just a process of finishing up. I like how this is turning out. I like the colors, the mustard blush, the blue. I really like how the Heritage has just a really nice warm but not too autumnal colors. So this would be the perfect paper collection for any kind of documenting. Now here I get the idea that I want to add some of the Tonic Nouveau drops, and I will have to link them in the description box below because I can't remember the name of the color. I have so many of those packages or the containers of that Tonic Nouveau drops. I did go off camera here once again because I wanted to find some gold glitter dots, and you saw them a little bit, and then I remember I have these Nouveau drops, and so I want to use these to create my own enamel dot here to create a little bit of accent. I'm squirting that onto a scratch paper here just to make sure that the flow is going well and it's not going to give me a strange blob. There we go. So I think I'm going to add 3 of these little dots. Let me know, like I hinted at before, and then I got distracted, like squirrel moment, but let me know if there's some projects you'd like to see me complete, if there's something that you were looking for out of my channel, if there's something that you want to see more in depth, just leave that in the comments in the comment section below. I'm just tapping that from behind and kind of trying to smush down because I didn't do the drops very well. I believe it's because I live in the desert. They dry pretty quickly, so. And I'm going to, here I'm also tapping the desk to kind of get them to flatten out. There, I'm trying to show you the color. I think it says bubblegum blush. There you go. Yeah, it's bubblegum blush. It's kind of the same color as that card off to the top left. So thank you so much for joining me. I'd love it if you'd like and subscribe. And there's those glitter dots I was talking about. Those are from Studio Calico. And I'd love it if you'd click the bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. I'm trying to get back on a schedule, but November's been a little bit crazy for our family. So I'm hoping you forgive me for being a little off of my schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos, and trying to get back on track. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.